We bought this 1980s house with everything included.
When he said he was leaving everything, he's left everything.
And now we're attempting to transform it into our dream home. But a few weeks ago, we got horrible news that all of the cedar ceilings in our house would have to come down.
Oh my gosh.
In the last episode, we tore down walls, uncovered some hidden treasures, and spray foamed the roof. Today, we're clearing debris, rewiring the upstairs, hanging drywall, and sneaking in a quick off-road trip to Moab. We're Andy and MH. After 6 years driving across the globe, from California to Argentina, up to the Arctic, Europe to Turkey, and through Africa, we're now building our home base in Idaho, transforming a 1980s house into our dream home, wrenching on our rigs, and still chasing adventure.
So after tearing the place down and then getting it spray foamed, it's now time to start building it back up again. Starting with all this plastic sheeting that took us hours to put up. There's little styrofoam balls everywhere. Hopefully I don't regret taking all this up, because as soon as I start plastering I'm probably going to drop it on the floor. But all the edges are kicked up and I'd have to tape all the edges down and all that, so let's just pull it up and hope for the best. Well, I've got all the plastic sheeting down, I've got the paper flooring up, I've tried to vacuum and sweep all the bits of insulation, but as you can see, I think I'm going to be getting these little bits up for weeks and months probably. Now we can go on to the next thing, which, what will the next thing be? Need to look at drywall, more wiring, drywall, and we've also had a message saying we need to go and pick this carpet up, so I think I might just have to put that downstairs or go get a storage unit for now, but yeah, we're making progress.
It's Sunday morning. Andy and I are gonna go to breakfast with Joe and Janice here soon. But before we do, we're gonna load up the trailer with as much trash as we possibly can so we can take that to the dump, which is like a 45-minute drive from us, on our way to or from breakfast. And just try and crank out as much stuff as we can. I'm actually flying out to Easter Jeep Easter Jeep Safari in Moab tomorrow morning first thing. So we're gonna try and crank out as much as we can today before I head out. We still have to get rid of all this stuff out here. We are gonna be repurposing the doors out here, donating those in town, donating all the ski stuff. This is trash, and then a lot of this other stuff is going to the burn pile because it either had stains on it or nasty mouse stuff on it. So yeah, let's see how quickly we can crank this out. All right, wood is in the wood pile. Now time to get all this trash in the trailer. My mom used to always say, many hands make light work, and I've never felt that more than just now. Check this little guy out. Isn't he cool? Just saved him from the trash. And if anyone's curious why we're getting rid of this, Will decided to pee all over it a while back. Oh my God, it's like it was meant to be.
I keep it for trailer.
A little trailer blanket. Thanks, Will. Also, a little moment for our Land Rover. I feel like there's not many Land Rover Discovery 5s in this world that are also workhorses. Andy just said, MH, in England you can get one of these. It's a 2-seater in the front and then it's just a van in the back. So people actually use this all the time for work stuff. How British is that?
Down.
Apparently Benji's learned a new trick. Who knew?
Someone's been teaching him while we've been at Home Depot. He's never done that before. He just did it himself. Sit. Down. Spin. Good boy.
I'm about to head down to Spokane because tomorrow morning I'm flying out at 5:30 for the Easter Jeep Safari in Moab. But before I do, I'm gonna make a quick dinner. We've been working on projects non-stop, and HelloFresh has made it way easier to get creative with cooking again. And you can choose from over 100 meals that take 30 minutes or less to cook. You go online, you choose your meals, and then they come to your door in pre-portioned packs. Does that look good, Benji? Huh? He said, I want some. So we have 3 meals this week. Glazed ribeye with jasmine rice. Last night we had lobster pot pie, which was absolutely amazing, and shawarma spiced chicken and farro bowls, which is what I'm making tonight. And our friends just popped by, so rather than doing the 2-person meals, I'm gonna do the 4-person servings, which is cool that it gives you recipes for both. Use our code ROVEFM at HelloFresh.com for 10 free meals plus free shipping. Free meals applied as discount on first box, new or returning subscribers only, and varies by plan. Sign up today. Click the link below or use my code ROVEFM at HelloFresh.com.
Thank you for cooking.
I just made it to the hotel. It is 11 o'clock, and I have to be up in about 3.5, 4 hours. So, good night. See y'all in the morning. Well, it's 4:30. I got up at 2:50, although my alarm was not set until 3:50. I just woke up and could not fall back asleep, but I just made it to the airport. I'm gonna go get checked in, and here's to a good couple of days in Moab.
So my friend Joe's coming over this morning to help me with the electrics. I'm actually an electrician back in England, but he's an electrician here in America, and there's a few differences, and I figured, you know what, if your mate's an electrician, I may as well get him over to give me some pointers. So I'm going to get a brew on this morning for him, and then we'll crack on with the first fixed wiring. So Joe's just gone downstairs. We're trying to figure out what circuits are on what. In this house, there's 2 mains boards. There's one under the stairs, and then there's one out in the kitchen. So that's it, Joe. So we're just trying to figure out the old wiring and get rid of anything that we can, because there seems to be like a lot of spider's legs. It's not just a standard daisy chain of outlets. And also the circuits seem to be mixed. So like the outlets are on with the lights, and we want to try and separate those so you don't get flickering or anything like that down the line. And we just want to have peace of mind that it's all done right. Yep. That's off. So we've disconnected this outlet here because there was a wire going straight through where this doorway is going to be, and then we're going to add a couple of sockets, so then that gives us options later on for whether the bed is going to be at this side or that side. There'll still be outlets either side of the bed for, you know, bedside lamps and that sort of thing. I'm just going to get this cable over to this light, and then that means it's all new then in this room. So do you do that just so that there's one earth going to the outlet?
Yes,
It only has one ground screw on it, so that's why you need to splice those at least. And then splice this. So then you're not using the outlet as carrying the conductor through. So if this outlet were to go to bad, everything down the line is still going to work with them wired under together like this.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, we've made some really good progress today. I think I'm going to start in this small bedroom and try and just get one bedroom done at a time. Like always, though, I might change my mind as time goes on, but right now I can start getting some insulation back in the walls, get some plasterboards, get the plasterboards on the ceiling. We've got all new socket wiring, new lighting wiring, and then in the little attic / wardrobe area, we need to decide, do we just put like a strip light on the side? Just because obviously the ceilings are pretty low. So if we have spotlights, you know, further it out, then are we just going to cast big shadows and what have you? But I just don't think Mary Hannah likes the look of those sort of lights. So I'll see what the boss wants to do. But anyway, it's wired. All the sockets are all wired in here. But one of the really nice things of having Joe here today is we've just got on top of all the old wiring and pulled out, traced all the old cables back so that can be made redundant. And because, like I said, there's 2 mains boards, so the one under the steps, there's only a couple of circuits left on that now, and I think we're going to be able to get rid of that soon. And there's just been like spiders' legs just going off everywhere. So now we've got a good wiring system. Everything's wired the way it should be and more predictable. All the sockets are all new, all the lighting's new. Things are looking up. I'm going to call it a night though. It's 6 o'clock. While it's still light, I'm going to take Benji boy for a good run out. I'll see you in the morning.
It just reminds me of one big gravel pit.
We just made it to Moab, and I am so freaking excited for this week. So we've been invited out here with BF Goodrich. Andy unfortunately decided to stay back this week just because there's so many projects on, and he's gonna try and get the house wired. So big shout out to him for just taking one for the team and staying home while I head out to Moab to have a little bit of fun on the trails. Really looking forward to hanging out with this crew. I've been to the Mint 400 and Baja 1000 with this team before, and it's always amazing. I've never been to the Easter Jeep Safari, but really looking forward to it and seeing what it's all about. We're actually gonna kick it off by heading into Arches National Park to have a little mosey around. The last time I was in Arches National Park was actually with my mom. Her and I did a mother-daughter road trip a few years ago, and it was incredible. If you ever get a chance to do a road trip with your parents, cannot recommend it enough. Look how cool this contraption is, you guys.
Wow.
That thing's awesome. Is it still in one piece? Oh, man.
No, it's fine, look, we just like this. It's modular. And we're back in action.
Heck yeah! We just made it into the Arches National Park, and this is so cool. We're at the double arch right now, and what a way to start off the week. I'm curious, have you guys ever been to Arches before? And what other national park should we head to this summer? You're doing great. Okay. Gandalf down here with his stick. Well, we are about to head out and hit the trails. The Jeeps are all lined up out here. I think it's gonna be a good day. I'm pretty excited to see this thing out there today too.
There's a nice little hike right there. It's very short.
I just did the Jeep wave for my first time. I'm pretty excited.
When there's water.
Kinda mysterious, shaded with someone I'm not really into. Do need to fix it. Who's gonna save you? Who's gonna make you?
Y'all, it is absolutely incredible out here. It actually reminds me so much of South Africa with all the rivers coming through and the greenery right now. It's incredible. Last time we were here for the Ineos Grenadier Oktoberfest, it was completely dry and there was no greenery at all. So really cool to just see the difference in scenery. And holy cow, this view is amazing up here.
Someone I'm not really into. Do you need to fix it? Talking bullshit. It's hard to see you when your eyes look dull. Who's gonna save you?
Is that a good example? 2 hands in the wind.
Who's gonna make you? Not
Ooh! They've got rock sliders, right? We just stopped for lunch and there's some really cool cave features behind us that we're about to check out. But y'all, I've had so much fun today. I feel like I never really do that much off-roading, rock crawling side of things. And these have huge tires, so you can go over stuff that we would never go over in our Land Rovers. Yeah, it's just been pretty cool. Really cool. I wasn't expecting it to be this big.
Well, I'm gonna look over there.
So we just made it to a spot that they call Chicken Corner, and you have to walk out to the edge and then look around the corner. And I think I may actually be too much of a chicken to look around the corner, but we'll see how this goes. I'm not really a big fan of massive drops. Oh gosh. Okay. Cheese and rice.
So it's the same thing you do every day. You put one foot in front of the other. That don't matter. It matters to me too. But I'll stand right here if you'd like me to.
Oh, that's really nice. My heart is like, hi.
Can I have your hand?
Oh, I did it. Y'all.
Our hands are sweaty.
I wasn't kidding. I'm like Eminem right now. Palms are sweaty. I did it.
I don't like heights either.
Anyone else have a crazy fear of heights? Well, we made it this direction, which was awesome and definitely worth it. And now we have to go back. Son of a biscuit. Cheese and rice. You got it. You're a braver woman than me. I took a hand.
Nobody would give me their hand.
Yo, that is just plain scary. Okay, I survived. I'm probably never gonna do that again. But we did it.
Yes. Yeah.
Hello,
friend.
So this is pretty cool. We are out with the Jeep team today to drive all of the concept vehicles that they just released. So this is my favorite of all the concepts. This is the Anvil 715. It is quite cool because I've never had the opportunity to drive a Jeep just in general, but then to have the first time to ever drive a Jeep, be off-road on these trails in concept vehicles.
The coolest Jeeps, yeah.
That's pretty sweet. This little legend is about to get a video for me. It's the Willy Wonka glasses for me. Okay, well that was by far my favorite one. That was freaking awesome. Love a good manual car. Not gonna lie, it's a little bit different of a clutch than the Defender. Way smoother than what I'm used to, but it was great.
Well, we're back at it again today, and I've just noticed I did make a bit of a mess. I don't know if it's like an international thing, but electricians in England are known for being messy. It's nice having spray foam, but it gets everywhere when you have to give it a bit of a haircut. Okay, so today I've got Jason's help. We've just been to Home Depot. We've loaded up the trailer we've got 34 plasterboards, so it's gonna be quite a bit of up and down. Luckily the guys at Home Depot helped us out with the forklift truck, so if you ever go to Home Depot and you've got quite a few bits of lumber or plasterboards or anything like that, just give them a shout and they'll help you with the forklift. It's a shame they couldn't bring the forklift out here though. This is definitely one of those jobs I'm thankful to have a hand with. Mary Hannah will be back tonight, so I'll have my labourer back, although I think I'm more her labourer, but you get what I mean. Right, we've got them all inside. There's no iron team, is there, Jason? Nope. But there is tea, so we're going to have a cup of tea and then we're going to carry on. So we got the drywall, but I actually forgot to get the screws, so Jason's just headed back to Home Depot. While he's going to Home Depot, I'm going to just frame this little entryway out. Because I've obviously not measured in inches and all that until I came to America, I have to get a tape measure that shows the fractions on there. Might be a bit snug. I think I'll just take a tiny bit off there. £69.25. Is it the same on both sides? It should be. 69.25. And I'm just thinking now of I think I cut that bottom plate, or whatever you want to call it, the bottom stud, too early. I reckon if I would have cut it off after the fact, that might have given it a better footprint to spread the weight a little bit more, but I'm not worried. Like I said, it's only a small gap. I can tie it into this stud all the way along. But I just think, you know, next time you live and learn. I feel a bit better about that now rather than just leaving it. Nice one. That's another job down. Legend. Okay, so Jason's back with the goods. I'm hoping, my plan was to really try and get this ceiling and this wall done before Mary Hannah gets back, but I think I'm pushing it a bit now. She's going to be back about 6 o'clock tonight. So we do have a few hours, but this is obviously not our profession, but we'll see how we can get on. So I think we'll start in that corner. So is this first time you've done any drywall?
Yeah.
I mean, probably don't learn my habits, there's probably, but get it as far over as we can. How's that looking?
try and hit this bottom corner. Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yeah? Alright. Let's get a few screws in. And don't go too tight. I think this is going to go better than I thought. I don't want to say that too soon because we've only put one board up. All right, mate, next one. Nice one. We want to close this gap a bit here, so that end wants to come over. There. Sweet. That's one in. That looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So when Mary Hannah edits this, she's going to see that you've stole a tool belt. Sweet, I'm happy with this.
Yeah.
It felt like we were just getting held back and all of a sudden it's just coming together. Nice one, mate. So now this one will get staggered. So the long one will go where the short one is. You know what I mean? Like when you're laying bricks. Right, well, we're on to the final piece. It's gone pretty well, to be honest. I thought we'd end up doing a lot of poker and jiggery around the edges and having to scribe the edges and things like that, but it's been pretty good. Almost there. So it's definitely going to be finished. Probably shouldn't say definitely. It's definitely going to be finished by the time Mary Hannah gets back. So she's going to be happy. Right, last board going in. First time. No. Oh, your side seems to fit actually. Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sweet. So MH is she's about to land in like the next four minutes, but she still needs to drive back from Spokane. So I reckon we can get that wall on. So we're just going to get straight into this wall and get this done, and then we'll be able to call it a day. Whoa, am I drunk? Wow, it's so much easier on a wall. Last piece. 72. That's good, isn't it? Nice one, mate. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Mega.
I'm on the home stretch and I am so freaking excited to go see my boys.
He said he wants to race you.
Oh, the sweetest boys. Wow, Benji's speedy.
Who's gonna save you? Who's gonna make you not lose?
I'm home.
Not lose.
Hi, Willie. Hi, Mew. Oh, Benji said, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hi, my boy. Hi, hi, my boy. Andy! This looks so good. When did y'all do all this?
Finished about 10 minutes, 15 minutes ago.
Holy cow, y'all have done such a great job. It's gonna look awesome. I think I'm gonna like it even better than the cedar. You know, like it feels so much bigger in here, doesn't it?
I think because it's lighter colours.
Uh-huh. That's amazing. Thank you. It feels like a different room now.
Alright, I sorted your doorway out as well. I put like a header in there.
And I can just pop in. Oh! That's nice, isn't it? Because it'll be a little bit sturdier, won't it?
Yeah.
Since it had that split in it. Wow, this looks so good. Wait, and y'all did the electrics, right?
Yeah.
So we've got light switches,
No, that's okay.
sockets, light switch, socket.
Oh, so now you've got a choice. Just plug that extension, just passes that extension.
This. Ooh.
So this is your choice.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you can either have like a fluorescent light or whatever you
Uh-huh.
call it. Or if you just unplug that one and then plug the other one in.
Wow, this is nice that you gave me options.
This was Joe's idea.
This is a great idea. Oh. I actually think I might like y'all's idea better.
Oh really? Well, me and Joe changed our mind.
Oh, really?
And we thought maybe have this spotlight but just push it further.
I think if that was pushed further that way, I
Yeah.
think I could be
I'm
down
thinking 2 of those in here, but then 2 of those
in that room. This is awesome. Wow. Y'all have gotten so much done.
Do you think?
Yeah, I
Felt
think.
like we hadn't got enough done.
No, I mean,
Apart from today.
y'all rewired all of the upstairs basically, right? Like there's sockets down there. There wasn't any sockets down here before. All right, y'all, thanks for watching. Join us next week as I attempt to plaster for the first time.
And please hit that subscribe button. It costs naught to you, but means a lot to me.